To introduce you to what essentially translates to, according to Google, lonely weirdo, which, for the sake of this person's stuff, makes perfect sense. 300 nukes carried out is his bragging point. He's not in a squadron. Actually, I look about that. Let me double check. Nope, not in a squadron. And he has survived several, probably years worth of ban waves, because we all know Gaijin is completely incompetent of doing the right thing. And you can also see he's pretty much a pay pig as well. So let's see, premium. Oh, and he has, ruining top tier for everybody else. Actually supporting America's win rate. He has a 67% win rate in the SEP V2. He has a 61 in the clickbait, so he's essentially propping up what is the premise point of this. He has like every premium. He's also, you notice, like completely a top tier. He doesn't play helicopters at all. He just plays tanks because that's where he strives the best in getting, a 6-to-1 KD in his cheating vehicles. And, of course, we're on our favorite map, which is the easiest map to tell people cheat on. I've clearly been taking a break from recording. There's really large gaps in my upload schedule right now, so just to note that I have been taking a break from recording. I have still been playing, but I do not play this BR. I have pretty much resigned myself to playing like 6-3 Russia, because during the event it was really fun, and you don't get crap like this shooting across the map where Gaijin doesn't, refuses to acknowledge how bad their platform is and doesn't realize that these people are existing in full force. I still don't understand how you can have a platform this, in depth. This is also runs the same thing of I have people in Reddit who claim that the servers, I don't know why they believe it. People believe that this game runs at 48 ticks based on a post from 7 years ago about the main dev talking about it. I honestly don't believe that. There's no proof besides the word of a CEO that this game runs at 48 hertz, and we all know that CEOs from many industries completely just lie out their ass when it comes to the performance of their games. So in this case, we're going to deal with a player like this constantly because Gaijin refuses to acknowledge players like this. This guy is still cheating. The player that got banned recently on my playlist had like 5,000 or 6,000 battles played, and this guy is still playing because apparently not enough people report him. But even still, I would guarantee this guy doesn't get banned for another several months because Gaijin refuses to acknowledge any sort of valid reports from any players that would matter. And I still have been trying to get in contact with a game dev. Here's what's crazy about this. So, recently, a person I've played with before, and I'm sure people may have heard his name. Now that I think about it, I can't think of his actual name. But there's a group of individuals who have, like, cast is easy, cast takes skill in their name. I think the name is hilarious. It pisses people off. People get all riled up about it. I'm like, guys, it's a name. Who cares? The thing is, this person did something which I would agree is not great. He team killed a nuke player. This is the whole reason why nukes now, you can't team kill them. So it came to a head where you can no longer kill nuke players. But this person basically got sort of blasted on Reddit for this person basically got blasted on Reddit. Bunch of people reported him, and then he got suspended for a week for team killing, deliberate team killing. So that's now why nukes can essentially not. Well, here's the worst part. Gaijin says, "Oh, if you do damage against a nuke player, you'll get kicked from the game." Okay. Cool. That doesn't solve the problem of the fact that someone could still ram you, they could still shoot a missile at you, it could break your jet entirely, they could do any other manner of things to, hurt you or break anything or not physically do damage to you. And yet we have a player like this who is shooting through 800 layers of bushes and chat isn't even reacting to it, as you can see in the bottom left. So no one talks about it. So you're telling me that Reddit can rally behind a player who is team killing a nuke player because they're butthurt at his name, but you can't get a community to rally around a cheater who is deliberately cheating for 6,000 to 7,000 battles in a game like this that says that they pride themselves on their anti-cheat, and yet they ban 5,000 to 10,000 players a month, and yet ignore players like this who are potentially way worse for the community. This is also the reason I don't play squadron battles, because I don't trust half the player base to not be cheating. I know that there are certain squadrons, like some of the top 10s are pretty reliable in their game performances, but when you have a player like this who was shooting through 900 layers of trees, I mean, there's plenty of times I just don't trust the way that the game works, because I don't trust that these people are doing the correct thing when it comes to caring about their game community, because clearly Gaijin doesn't care about their game community if they're letting this guy cheat for as long as he does. But, you know, that would require Gaijin to actually update their anti-cheat, which, by the way, they still haven't. They premiered BattlEye ages ago. They premiered like they were going to do anything about it, and then they didn't, and Gaijin has still promoted it and yet hasn't done anything about it. I'm still waiting on Gaijin to actually care about the anti-cheat. They haven't updated EAC, or at least actually the crazy thing is I looked at the files again. They updated it. Wow, that's another lucky shot. They updated it as of like 2 years ago, according to the game files. And if they implement BattlEye, they could potentially lock out anyone who plays on Linux if they don't do it correctly, and they could also potentially ruin, you know, just a bunch of people's experiences when it comes to game performance. Because I've heard BattlEye runs way worse. And of course, our player here, did he immediately leave? No, he's gonna spawn a nuke probably. Yep, he's gonna nuke, of course. I'm gonna pause it here because I really don't want to go any further on this guy, because his 300 nukes are clearly totally legit, because Gaijin just can't pay attention to the fact that clearly a certain demographic of people in this game, not saying all, certain demographic of people, unfortunately, are the primary cause of cheating. And Gaijin removed their servers for cost-cutting measures, even though I'm pretty sure every patch they do in this game, either sale-wise or whatever, makes, I don't know. Every time I see a sale come around, I'm sure it's several $1 million that they make every time, and yet they can't invest a little bit of quality of life in this game to make it even better, to prevent cheating in even the smallest manner, or even, you know, ban a player like this who deserves to be banned. Because, you know, we all know that Gaijin loves and cares about their game community enough to care, i.e., you know, ignoring the countless unclassified documentation, ruining certain BRs, ruining shell types that don't make any sense, not giving certain vehicles their shells that they deserve, not balancing the game in a proper way, making it extremely frustrating so people spend money. You know, the standard free-to-play aspect that their CEO loves and cares about. So I would always call for the CEO or any sort of staff to actually care about their game, but alas, I can't be bothered to convince someone that doesn't want to listen, because I get ignored when I ask about something as simple as, hey, can I report this cheater? No, we're going to ignore you. We don't agree with your content, and we refuse to acknowledge your existence. Cool. You can go ahead and keep encouraging certain toxic individuals, content creators. I will not mention him, but his name starts with F, and his name ends with Utcher, and he progressively claims that he is so good for the games community, and loves to threaten people in chat. And I think that's quite hilarious, especially some of the videos I've seen about that individual. But I'll leave it here. As always, I hope you have a good rest of your morning, day, evening, or night. And if you have a pertinent question you want to leave to me, please try to follow the pinned comment below. And as always, have a good one.